Better?
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody, welcome. A week late and 2 minutes short, but here we are for our monthly webinar, and it's going to be all about dermaplaning and mineral air. We get to learn all the good, cool tips and tricks that I'm going to try to do after the fact so that I can just make myself look a little more glamorous. And so we're going to start with our lovely Gabby, our extraordinaire advanced laser esthetician. She's going to talk about why we do dermaplaning before treatments and which treatments it's appropriate for and why it helps with making a better, effect. And I'm going to let her take it away. Thanks, Gabby.
All right. Hello, hello. So I do have a little video to share with everyone, kind of more up close of dermaplaning, just because, I feel like we've shown it, maybe, but also, it's really fun to see little peach fuzzies get taken off real close up so you can see just how much of a difference it does make. So why we're talking about dermaplaning today is for one of its uses, which is for makeup application. Taking off those little peach fuzzies, especially in the summertime as we get into these warmer months where we're going to have more sunshine. You're going to get a lot smoother of an application just from not seeing those little fuzzies on there. We are also doing a light exfoliation with dermaplaning. So in general, if you have any dry patches, things like that, dermaplaning can be a really good option for just having a smoother application day to day. This is something that can be done as often as every 2 weeks. I find that most people prefer every 4 weeks just because at 2 weeks, you don't really have a lot of that kind of grow back where it feels like it's worth it. I'm sure Amy can attest and say that she would prefer to have
Every week. Every week.
Yeah. If she could, she would say, oh, let me do this every week, which I would do it for her, but you're not going to notice as much as if you were to have it done every 2 to 4. As far as before treatments, so with skincare, it's going to help better product absorption just because we are exfoliating all that dead skin off. So any serums, any active ingredients you are using, it is going to work better. And then prior to treatments, it can be a good fit for some people. Like for me, I'm the most sensitive of sensitive ladies. Dermaplaning is a little much for me before a treatment. So if I'm giving myself a chemical peel, I'm probably not dermaplaning beforehand because it's going to make it really intense. For other people, like for Dr. Foley, I will dermaplane her and then we'll do a 3 for me. We'll go in with IPL and then we'll do 1540. Same with Stevie. Like we will do the whole shebang.
Yeah, but they're beasts. Like they can do that.
Yeah. So
some of us sensitive people can't do that.
Yeah. So it does kind of depend on the person. I would say for the most part, most people can tolerate pretty well doing a dermaplane and then a temperature treatment or an IPL or even a 1540. There are just the rare cases where, again, sensitive lady. So that's where it kind of, I do have my handful of people where they are like allergic to every product under the sun and they will step outside for 5-10 minutes and be beet red and just all these things adding up where their skin is so sensitive that I'm like, maybe let's do dermaplane one day. And then when it's time for your IPL treatment, we can do that a different day. So otherwise though, main benefits, we are getting that exfoliation. We are taking off that peach fuzz that when you feel your skin, it just feels so like soft and luscious. And when you get that sunlight hitting at just the right angle, you're not seeing that little peach fuzz. And in general, it is just good to have a good exfoliation incorporated into your routine. And I'm more of a dermaplane or chemical exfoliant person than I am a scrub person. So those are kind of my preferences as far as when we exfoliate.
Question on Gabby is I noticed, it's funny, I didn't really notice the peach fuzzy thing. Maybe I was just ignoring it and, because I don't look at myself in the mirror, guys, very often. But I thought, is there something along the lines with menopause and more peach fuzz?
So peach fuzz, sometimes, as far as those vellus hairs, those really soft little baby hairs, not too much. You might just like notice them more, because I find that that's when we start getting our magnifying mirrors, where then you start to notice it. But as far as, I like to say, there's peach fuzz and then there's whiskers. And the whiskers come from hormonal changes. So this could be, you know, we're just having higher testosterone. We are going to get some of those little androgenic hairs that start to pop up that are more of those coarser hairs, which yes, can be dermaplaned. But if it's something where if you ever wanted long-term solution for that, then it would be looking into HRT or electrolysis, something that can target those hormonal hairs. But so kind of yes and no.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. So I think that, boy, that is, I think interesting when you're going after that skin like that. Is there some kind of a little bit of satisfaction getting all that off?
Oh yeah. No, it's definitely, especially it's the best when someone has like darker peach fuzz. It's so satisfying because you can kind of see it's like this instant brightening when you have, like me, I have darker hair. When I do dermaplane myself, it's a bit more satisfying than Amy's. I'm just gonna say it. But
I feel it was pretty satisfying for me. Thank you.
It's really
so
beautiful,
definitely,
Amy.
I prefer
I
to oil
love that.
dermaplane, so we get that really nice. Not only does it kind of protect the skin a little bit, but we use grapeseed oil where it is brightening. It's an antioxidant, so it also does have those benefits as we massage it into the skin and then dermaplane with it. But it's definitely, I mean, yes, definitely satisfying.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Gabby. You're always a wealth of knowledge. It helps us so much when we're doing even our dry eye treatments, understanding the full depth of why we are so crazy about skincare and the importance of skincare and sunscreen, 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 sunscreen. And I can't say it enough to all our patients, even our male patients, why it's so important for them to reduce the rosacea and skin cancer. So there's so many things why our skin is our largest organ, and we've ignored it forever until we've gotten to know you better and you've educated us. So, and the importance of all these things for dry eye, it's fantastic. So now some more fun gums, because Amy is our extraordinaire with mineral air, which we love because it is safe and it also is protective and has SPF involved with it as well. And it works beautifully with the skincare line. So I'm going to unspotlight you, Gabby, and spotlight Miss Amy. And here we go. I'm getting there, guys. It only has taken me 3 years to get with this program. All right, so we've got Miss Amy. You had your
My dermaplane. Oh my gosh. I can't even tell you guys how, you know, like when you your baby is born and you're touching its cheeks and it's just so smooth. That's what it feels like to be derm. I'm not even kidding you. Well, I mean, I'm wrinkly and I'm old, but you know what I mean. Moving on, mineral air.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you. I feel great. So what I thought I would do today is I kind of just want to put makeup on half of my face just so you guys can see the difference. And it does, what I love about mineral air is such little, so you don't need to use a lot of product. Case in point, let me show you. So this is what it is. This is your reservoir. So it just kind of snaps right on. And then there's this little rubber piece that you take off, shake well. And I use, because I have more face. So I tend to use about I went to push up my glasses that I don't even have on. I tend to use about 17 drops.
And I will say, once you use it enough, you kind of learn what level to, you don't have to count them. Once you kind of figure out what you need, you kind of just have that muscle memory of pouring it in there. But I will say you want to do less at first until you figure that out, because you want to get all that product out of there before you're done spraying the day.
And what's really nice about mineral air is it's buildable. So if you do your first run and you're like, oh, I want a little bit more coverage, just do another run. Just make sure that it dries enough in between. Okay, so I put my makeup in there, and you want to hold it about 4 fingers away from your face, and then you just spray it on.
What shade do you use, Amy?
Well, oh, here it comes. It's starting to come out. I use the bisque, so it's in between the light and the medium. What I like is, it's not, I think my thing is clogged. I should have tested this before, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Which, speaking of clogs, I do have I've found, so I never want to wash my makeup stuff ever
Yeah, this is
type of
not
person.
coming out.
And
Well, we're gonna go
if
to
anyone, if anyone experiences the clogs, even after you clean it and you're like, it's still not coming out smooth, I have found the solution. So I can go over that
This is gonna
today
be
before.
really dark for me, but
Yeah, I think that's a great idea because I think that is the simple thing if you use it every day and then you're not good about putting the cleaner in there. How often should we be cleaning it out? Do you know?
after every use, you should clean it, because you don't want to take the chance of clogging it. And that if you leave any sort of makeup in there, it can clog it, which I think what happened with the bisque one.
So that shortens the life cycle then. That one's working.
Yep. So you can see, did you guys see that little
Blemish.
whatever blemish, thank you, that I had there? Just one pass and it's gone. Yeah, this is way too dark for my skin, but you guys will get the point.
Yeah, that looks really good, Amy.
So you can see the difference in just that little bit of coverage from this side to this side. You can still see all of my veins and freckles and all of that on this side. But this side, you can't really see that because of that light coating of makeup. So now if I let it sit for a few minutes, and then I go on to another coat, it'll just make it a little bit more full coverage.
How many coats do you normally do day to day?
I only do 1 coat because I don't really want to hide anything. I just want a smoother surface, if you will.
Yeah, they have a lot of tips and tricks for people. Like, I'm the same way. I'd rather not go full coverage, but also I am a breakout girl where I will get the random or 10 random pimples. And they have a good trick where you circle around it. And so you're only getting extra coverage on just those little blemishes. And so they do have kind of tips and tricks for how to apply for certain areas, whether you're angling down for the under eyes or there are different techniques.
Yes. And what we learned when we had, I think his name was Brandon, do this once before. Once your reservoir is like out of makeup, if you just use the air, it will dry everything, which I was like, oh, well, that's a no-brainer. So after I've put on my makeup and there's no more coming out of it, I just use it as air to just kind of dry things out. And then it's not so transfer proof, I guess. It just makes it where it stays a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trying really hard not to get any of this on my clothes.
And so the great part about this makeup is it is eye doctor approved because we are not having those dirty brushes, sponges, hands, things like that going on the face or eyes.
Exactly.
And it's a mineral-based product. So minerals, for the most part, if pigment is going to be made out of something, I'd prefer it to be mineral just because your eyes are going to be happier. And also, for the most part, your skin is going to be a little bit happier with a mineral pigment versus other pigments, even like eyeshadow pigments. If you're wearing eyeshadow, I do tend to say go for a mineral based makeup line. So it's just gonna be a lot more friendly for sensitive skin, as well as just sensitive eyes or eyes in general.
I forgot that we used a darker color, so I need to use a darker. You can't really see the blush, but you guys get the point. What I really like about Mineral Air is if you have like a special blush that you like to use, you can use it. It doesn't have to be liquid. It can be powder. Excuse me. I have both that I like. I don't necessarily use the Mineral Air blush. I just use my own blush, and that's what I like. It's so versatile. You can use it with everything that you already have.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't get the mattifier for Mineral Air, but I do use our powdered sunscreen to set my face.
Oh yes, same.
Yep.
So I'm the same way where I will mix and match.
And it travels well, because I'm on the road a lot, and it just everything fits in my quart size container because those are really teeny tiny little vials. And then I just pack the, hand piece. And it lasts. I mean, usually if I'm gone for a weekend, I don't have to recharge it or anything. It's works.
Yeah,
it works really good.
It does. It holds a good charge. That's what's really nice. You're not having to, oh my gosh, my Mineral Air died. How am I going to charge it? It really lasts for quite some time. I mean, I use it almost every day, and I can usually get a full month worth of applications out of it. So that's really nice.
Well, and I like to, it's not impacting the ocular surface at all. It has no naughty ingredients and gives you that full SPF too, in addition. So a lot of us put the sun kiss on and then do the makeup on after that too. So a lot of options there.
No matter
So
what,
many different
unless it's
options.
girls' night out, you want to do your sunscreen before your makeup. Unless it's already nighttime, then But yeah, no, I will say with that battery life, because I'm maybe a once a week, maybe twice a week makeup applier. Like it's a weekend thing for me. And I was shocked. It was a few weeks ago. I was getting ready and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, my Mineral Air is broken. No, I just had to charge it for the first time in 6 months. So for me, like I totally forget that I'm like, oh yeah, I do have to charge this every now and then. So definitely depending on how often you use it, it will sneak up on you where you're like, oh, I guess it has been a while since I've charged that.
That looks really good, Amy. You can really see that difference, especially around your eyes too. It really brightens.
Yeah, because I'm so dark here, but you can definitely see the difference. And I mean, of course, this is a little dark for me, so you're really going to see a difference in the shades of my skin. You really don't want to do that, and we will color match you, as best as we can. We've got several shades to choose from like porcelain all the way up to espresso. So, which that being said, there again, Brandon, was that his name? Gabby, Brandon?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think so. He said for people like my skin, light skin, they use the darker complexion as a contour. And I'm like, oh my God, that's genius. So you can also use the darker skinned colors to do your contour if you're a contour person.
And can't they use that too on your neck as well to contour the neck too?
Yeah, you want to do it. You don't want to do it like down here. You want to do it like right into here.
Got it. That is very cool.
So yeah, it's pretty. Once I didn't put any mattifier on it. I don't even know if we have any here.
I like a dewy look.
Huh?
I like a dewy look because it does do that satin finish where it's not wet looking.
Right. Exactly. It all depends on the day for me. Usually I don't use it because I don't have any at home. So this is, and you saw how quick it is. That's what I love. You're not having to go to the sink and wet your sponge and put your foundation on your sponge and tap it on your skin. Like that takes a long time. It's nice just to whip this out, and I mean, you can have your whole face done in literally minutes. Saves you time. Time is everything. Time is of the essence.
I agree, because usually I'm doing it in an airport bathroom, because having left from the office, and everyone knows me, I don't wear any makeup. It's just our skincare and our sunscreen, and that's it. And I'm out the door. So if my husband wants to see me with makeup, he has to come watch me go speak. That's the deal for us. But no, it's great. And you'd be amazed at the looks I get and people asking me about it in the women's bathroom at the airport. But it's so simple and easy, and I really appreciate it. So I think this is great. And definitely you can get some tutorials as well, looking at Mineral Air on their website as well. I think as well, right, Gabby?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And then I would love to show real quick if you wanted to unspotlight Amy, because this is what was like my game changer with using Mineral Air more often, because I am the type, I know you're supposed to clean it every time. I don't. I don't know anyone who does, other than maybe Amy. So eventually, you know, like they say, like what I would do definitely every time, take a Q-tip with a cleaner and clean that guy after every single use. But if you're like me, I'm not running cleaner through it. I don't have time. I'm normally like already 10 minutes late. And so the best hack I've ever that I've found is you put your cleaner in there, you close it up. They say to shake it. So you want to, because it has a little air hole up here, you want to pinch that air hole and then shake it. And normally on a perfect day, you put it on the battery, you spray that cleaner out, and it should come out easy peasy. If it does not come out super easy, you take finger on top of that air hole, finger in front of the nozzle, you pinch that tight so you kind of get like a suction going. And while it's on the battery, you press the spray and you'll hear that motor running. You want to go for like 20 seconds. It kind of builds up this pressure and cleans out anything that could have dried, like clogged into that little sprayer nozzle. And then when you try to again spray it on tissue, it's going to actually come out this time. And if it's really clogged, like mine, I let it go for too long, and like way too long. I had to do 2 rounds of doing that just to get it all cleared out. And now it is brand spanking new, back to normal. So I've had people come to me with that issue and I'm like, oh, I haven't had that yet. I don't know. Use the cleaner more often. Now I know there is a better option because now I've had that issue.
I'm going to do that tonight, because I think that's what my problem is too. Okay. Well, there you go. That's awesome.
Now I've been a crazy
I just wanted to mention that
cleaning it, but
I just wanted to mention that yes, you 100% can get this on the Schmamazon, but know that in our office you get this, and you get two reservoirs. So,
and you get color match.
And you get a color match, exactly, and that's huge because I'm white when it's not summertime. So I was like, oh, I must be porcelain. Yeah, nope, I was Casper the Ghost. So it's really important to get color match. Color match is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money.
Yeah. And then, yeah, and you feel more confident that way too, knowing that you're going to get the result that you want versus kind of hoping for it. Because there's nothing worse than you put it on and it makes you look jaundiced or something like that.
Exactly.
With the product. Yeah. So I think that's really great. And that's great to know too, on the cost factor, and that you get the more through the office too. So that's great. Thank you, Amy, for bringing that up. Were there any other questions folks have? I know it's a little bit different than what we normally do, but hey, you spend so much time doing all the skincare and the treatment. It's nice to have knowledge of what to do after that. I think we've got it pretty quiet.
And I think they're here for the fun part.
Okay, the prizes. All right, let's end with the prizes. That sounds good. And we're doing a special on Mineral Air too.
So yeah, we want to do, it was 20% off Mineral Air. And then we were giving away a powder sunscreen today for setting your mineral air. So you can try out a little bit of a different option, whether you want that satin finish or if you wanted the more mattifying look. And especially come summertime, you know, you want to be able to reapply.
Beautiful, Stevie, beautiful.
And so the powder sunscreen is such a game changer for when you have makeup on, but you need to reapply. Makes things so much easier.
What's really nice, just really quick, I know that we're running short on time, but what I do is I use the tinted sunscreen and then I put the powder over top of it and it just sets everything. The sunscreen goes absolutely nowhere. No transfer. It's amazing. Those are
And
the
then
days
you
that I
can-
really don't want to do anything.
And you can reapply that sunscreen throughout the day to keep the makeup looking good.
Yep.
Sweet. Well, I think we all learned something. Now I'm excited to get mine out and practice. I need that makeup gun that just takes everything and makes it so easy. So thank you both. And again, I think Stevie's got one more
Oh,
thing.
no, not yet. We have one more thing to do.
That's right, the prize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I will get phone calls. Okay. So guess who gets to win the SPF 50, the powder that we keep talking about for setting. Let me pull a name out of this little hat, and it is Debbie S.
Woo, all right,
Yay,
Debbie.
Debbie.
Good job. Good job.
Good job, girl.
Yeah. All right. And so then the mineral air as well. We have that percentage off for everybody who's here. And then we're going to be hopefully getting some news tomorrow is when we're supposed to go live on the website for our skincare and our mineral air. So you'll be able to order it directly from the website. Definitely, though, come in for a skin consultation to make sure that you're getting the right tint. So we can call the office, we'll figure out a time so that they can sit with you to do that. But yeah, from here on out, you'll be able to easily order everything off the website. So that starts going live tomorrow. Yay, yay, yay.
We're so excited. Oh my gosh.
We can't
Moving on up.
stand it. Yeah, we've been here early this morning. That's right. We're going a little crazy today. We appreciate all of you. The spring is almost here. I can feel it. We've got sunshine behind me. It's very exciting. All of you enjoy your day and thanks for joining us. And
See you
that's
next
it
month.
from Foley Vision. All right. Bye all.